Hello Samuel, here is your sewer scope from today's inspection. It's just me in the basement, kind of just giving you the lay of the land. There's the access point on the main sewer stack that I pointed out earlier. ABS pipe to start off with, but we can jump right into cast iron after just a couple of feet. There you go, just about 8 feet total to get to that. Yeah, typical cast iron at this section. As we get further out, there'll be a little bit more buildup, scaling in the pipe that, like we talked about earlier today, would be something that you probably want to consider getting rid of. You can see it right there. So one little informational note. So let's say 2 o'clock on your screen, that's actually the bottom of the pipe. I'm not using a self-leveling head, camera head. So normally you're gonna find the bottom just by either staining or running water. Right now you can see that there's water at the top of the picture. That's obviously the bottom of the pipe. So I'll run a little water further on up ahead. Here's a connection point, again, just scaling between 2 sections of pipe. Some pretty, I would say moderate buildup, scaling in the pipe. Ultimately what ends up happening is, and you can maybe see it because the camera head is bouncing up and down, the interior of the pipe gets coarse, it gets rough. And it's going to start catching things, paper products specifically. One thing to keep in mind, this house hasn't been occupied in a little while, so one of the largest volumes of water coming through the pipe is when you do a load of laundry, right? So when the washing machine discharges, that has, in a very kind of minor way, has the ability to push out any paper product that might be collecting. You'll see up ahead here. So much more scaling going on right here, build up, catching material there at the bottom of the pipe. And the white blob up ahead is just a mass of toilet paper that's just been sitting there. Easy enough for the camera head to push it forward. What I'll do here in a moment is I'll start running a high volume of water just to try to get rid of it, to get it out of my way. A lot of times when you encounter something like this and you try to push through it with your camera head, it obviously dirties up the lens of the camera, making it difficult to see in the pipe. So I want to try to avoid that as much as possible. Give me a moment just to get things rolling here. So there we go. So flushing the toilets, turn on a lot of water. So you notice, so the camera head goes underwater, right? So what that paper product has the ability to do is kind of dam up the works a little bit. This is, it's backing the water up. So obviously, we want to smooth out the interior of the pipe enough where this doesn't happen to any, extensive degree. You'll see also that once we push past this and once I get a lot of that paper mass out of the way, everything drains away fairly quickly. Starting to drain away. I'll start moving forward a little bit. I'll push underwater here. On the return trip, I'll keep the camera rolling. And you'll be able to see that most of it's gone. Okay, so this downturn up ahead in the pipe, that's the final drop into the city connection. Yeah, so this is that right there. That's the leg down to where it connects to the city. Go again, drop it in, and right there is the city connection, right about 110 feet. Not a bad pipe, and again, like we discussed today, it's definitely a plus that you've got cast iron pipe all the way through, and you don't have to deal with any clay sections or roots or anything that's somewhat more fragile than cast iron. Cast iron could have a lifespan up to 150 years, so there's a fair amount of life left in it. And again, probably sometime in the first probably 12 months or so of ownership, I would recommend having the pipe cleaned and descaled as much as possible. I'm going to keep the camera rolling as I push back. Feel free to watch the return trip. And as always, don't hesitate to reach out to me if I can be of service or if I can answer any questions.